names and where are you joining in from? Hope you guys can still hear me. Right, that's good. Oh, hi, Amaka. Thank you for joining in. You say you're joining in from Lagos. Welcome. Thank you. Hi, Batife. Am I pronouncing that very well? Batife, you're joining in from Lagos. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining in. Oh, all right, Batife. Thank you for joining in. So let's keep it coming. Oh, Precious. Hi, Precious from Jos. How is Jos tonight? How are you doing? So, oh, okay, I can see, I don't know, permits me, is it Red Sat from Jos? I don't know if I pronounce your name very well, Red Sat. And I can see Mercy joining in from Abuja. Welcome, Mercy. Welcome, Ratsat. Hi, Grace. Thank you for joining in from Jos. Wow, we have so many Jos this evening. I Joy. Thank you for joining in from Jos. Obiangeli from Lagos. Hi, Obiangeli. Thank you for joining in. Kimba from Jos. Hi, Kimba. I can see, is it Architect J or Ak J from Yola? Welcome. Thank you for joining in. Hi, Maria. Thank you for joining in from Lagos. You're welcome. Thank you all. Thank you all for joining in. Thank you. I'm really, really glad that you guys can make it. And I know that tonight you're going to really learn a lot, and you will also be getting insight on how you are going to be able to position yourself very well in the labor market, and also how to position yourself in order for you to earn in dollars. Thank you all for joining in. I'm very happy and glad you're here. The next voice you'll be hearing in order for us to move forward into today's session is that of Miss Onwosu Amaka, our COO at Ivyland. Let's clap our hands using the emojis and giving a thumbs up in order to welcome Miss Onwosu.
All right, Laura, thank you so much. Hi, guys. Good evening, everyone. So we have about 17 of us on this call. All right, we're about 22 of us on this call right now. So I'm going to be dropping. Investing for myself.
Hi, Miss Amaka, are you there? In case you're speaking, you are muted.
Jesus, sorry about that. I haven't speaking. I didn't realize. I'm so sorry. Good evening, everyone. All right. So if you can hear me, kindly let me know. Thank you, Laura, for the introduction. So we're here. We're about 22 on this call, and I'll need us to do a quick test. Now, if you look at the chat session, you see a link. That link is just basic questions. We want to know what you expect from this session, and I'll just ask you to do this. So quickly, just click on the link, take the test. Just 5 questions, nothing serious. You have options. So let's go. So if you can do that right now, let's move from there. So guys, let's just click on that link, fill that, just answer the questions, and we go on there, because that would like more or less take us into the next part of this session before I bring on our speaker. So guys, please do it. I think 2 people already filled this form. So yeah, let's go ahead. Just click on it. It's very easy. It's not going to take you out of the call. You still be on the call. So guys, please go ahead and fill that. So while we're doing that, I noticed that we have a lot of people from Jos. Haha. So if you are from Jos, how is Jos like right now at the moment? I know Jos is cold. Well, I'm in Lagos. Lagos is currently very hot. So I don't know what it's like in Jos. So guys, are we filling this form? Now, for Ireland, I think most of us are on this call because yes, we want to make $500 remotely from our homes, and it's something everybody wants for themselves. So I believe that you came here because you had a goal for yourself and it's something you want to meet. So guys, yes, I have a lot of us feeling this. So I'll be sharing my screen. Let me just see how many people pick this up, and yes, we will move from here. So right now, Let me see. Okay, beautiful. So from what we have, I will talk based on what we can see. So first thing first, can you make $500 online? Yes, a lot of people agree to this. I'm very happy that we have a lot of people agreeing to this because first things first, for you to make $500, you have to believe that yes, I can make this money. If you don't believe you can make this money, I don't think you should be here because everything is about possibility. If your mind can see it, then you can achieve it. Now, okay, we have a lot of people from TikTok and Instagram. That is lovely. Thank you guys for coming. I hope you followed our pages, please. If you saw us from TikTok, do well to follow us, even Instagram or Facebook. Just do well to follow us. Now we have okay. So we have a lot of Lagos. So we are between Lagos and Jos. These are the two states. We have Yola. That's interesting. I've never been to Yola State. Oh, how is it? I hope it's beautiful. Then okay. Wow, Fiverr is your. A lot of people seem to know Fiverr. Interesting. So yes, okay. I like this part. This particular question. How many hours per week can someone make $500? 10 hours per week. This is tricky, but I'll leave that part to our speaker to address. So yes, so we have gotten this information, and I like to say this first of all. I'm happy that a lot of us of the mindset that yes, I can make this particular money, which is first a game changer. And the fact that we are saying 5 to 10 hours can make us $500. I would leave that for the our beloved, our humble speaker to take on that where she speaks. But then I think that will be her opening statement. So the next voice you'll be hearing, so that we don't take so much time in this particular session, is the voice of Mrs. Faith Teaser. Miss Faith Teaser happens to be the CEO of Ivoryland. She's a pastor, a counselor, a tech money woman, and she knows what it's like to make $500 or more. And she would go on to anchor this session. So, Mrs. Faith, if you can hear me, please let me know. You can unmute your mic and speak. At least let's just welcome. So, while she's before she unmutes her mic, guys, please, I'd like you to like drop a clapping emoji so that I'm sure that everyone is being carried along and we are ready for this particular session. So yes, so Mrs. Faith, can you hear me? Just drop a clapping emoji, guys.
Yes, I can.
Perfect. So welcome. I hope I did
you.
your reintroduction. But before you kick off, I have this very interesting question, courtesy of the quiz that was answered. Can 5 to 10 hours give us $500 a week?
That's tricky. But if we do 10, we can achieve it.
So the floor is all yours. So guys, bring out your pen and paper, your writing materials. This is something you want to keep as we move into 2026. So Mrs. Faith, over to you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Amaka. Thank you, Luru. Thank you, everybody, for being here this evening. I believe that you're here because you still have hope and you believe that you can make this money, right? So thank you, everybody, for being here from everywhere that we've connected from. Lagos, Yola, Jos here. I mean, Jos as well. So that's good. Okay, so I think we'll get right into business because I know some of us have a lot of things to do. So I'm just going to go right into the training for tonight, but I want you to do me something. I know that we said that this training was free, but you have to pay a little amount, and that's your attention. I want you to pay attention so that this time benefits you and you do not just see it as something that's for one of those meetings where I just joined the webinar, the masterclass, and nothing to show for it. Let this benefit you as much as possible. So pay attention. We're going to tell you some things that you need to apply because they're very practical, and just, maybe reveal some things that you probably never knew so that you can take those things into action and actually beyond people saying, oh, make $500 or make $1,000 and things like that. I sat down, I went for a wedding today and I sat beside somebody who is making thousands of dollars. And, I was happy to have that conversation with that person right? So these things are true. These things are real and they're achievable. Many people are doing it quietly, really quietly, because many of us are avoiding black tax. But it's very possible. But anyway, we're going to go into our training right now. And okay, so I'm going to share my screen and we go right into business. So please let me know if you can share my screen. If you can see my screen rather. Okay. So can we see my screen? Please let me know if you can see my screen. All right. Thank you very much. All right. So today we're considering the $500 roadmap. So navigating the global remote market from Nigeria for visionary women and men. Okay. So if you're a man, don't worry, this is also for you. So just a brief introduction of who I am. My name is Faith Tiza, and I'm the CEO of Ivory Learn. I have a business administration, BSc and MSc. So I did it for my undergraduate and I also did it for my master's. I'm a certified customer relationship manager. I'm a trauma-informed coach. I've been working with women since 2018 actively, and I've been leading the Ivory Learn team since 2025. This is brief introduction about who I am so that you know who I am and from my perspective as we go through this training. Okay. Um, so the objectives of this training for today, this is what I want to achieve. Okay. I want it to be that everyone who is a part of this training this evening understands how the global remote market actually works. I want you to also leave this training understanding where you realistically fit into it, right? I want you to also know what part to start with. um I'm not going to give you a lot of steps, just simple things and a simple direction to how you can start earning in the global market. I also want to make sure that by the end of this training you know how to really earn step by step. You know what to do, you know how to accumulate numbers and little amounts to get you to $500 to $1,000 to $2,000, and then how to build towards $500 consistently and ethically, right? So let's see something. I want us to see the $500 leverage opportunity. Um, hmm, I don't know if you, when you saw the flyer for this training, you calculated $500 in Naira. Hmm. That's almost $1,000,000 Naira. That's about over 750,000 Naira. That's a lot of money in my opinion. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about $500? Um, if you can, I want you to just type in the comment section what you think $500 can do for you easily. Can it pay your rent? Can it buy gadgets that you probably need? If you are a parent, can it pay your children's school fees? Can it take care of your parents? What can $500 do for you? I'll be looking at the comment section. So let me see what you have to say. But for me, it can do a lot. It can do a lot. But let me hear from you so that I do not corrupt what you want to say. But I'll keep on. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can see my screen and I hope you can hear my question. All right, good. So let me know in the comment section what $500 can do for you. But why does $500 matter? In 2026, $500 is not, yes, it can do a lot. Yes, it can pay rent. Rent, it can pay rent. Oh. In fact, yes, it can buy a new laptop. It can save lives. It can pay school fees. Yes, it can help pay your rent and upgrade your workstation. Right. It can clear your wish list, set up a business. Yes, definitely. Buy clothes, settle fees. Definitely. $500 can do a lot. But in 2026, $500 is leverage money. One effort that multiplies impact across different needs that we have just mentioned now. So cuts across school for fees, rent. It can buy power. So it can sort your internet. It can buy food for you in your house. We didn't even mention that. You can stock up your house properly with $500 and you don't have to ask anybody for any help. And the local value as at today is over 750,000 naira, which is a lot of money. And I was speaking to somebody and I said, rich is relative and poor is relative. Some people have ₦1,000,000 in their accounts and they think that, oh my God, the world has finished. Think of what Otedola would think about if he sees 500,000 naira in his account. He will say the world has come to an end, even though he has been in debt, right? So poor and rich is relative, but it can still do a lot, right? It can stabilize your business during seasons like this, especially in our economic situation here in Nigeria. And the truth is, once you're able to earn $500 consistently, you can scale it to $1,000. You can scale it to $2,000 because it is the skill and the expertise and your experience that you replicate over time. And see something. So this is now the question that Amaka was asking before we started this training, where we have the math of stability and how do beginners actually build toward a consistent $500 monthly income. So $500 at once may seem like a fast stretch till you get a job that pays you $5 to $10 per hour. So if you work by the hour and you accumulate it, it's going to be a lot. So I want us to do something. Imagine working 5 hours per day, right? And you work for 20 days at $10 per hour. How much is that going to be? Let me see the first person that is going to get that. How much is that going to be? So you are paid $10 per hour and you decide that, okay, you know what? I want to work for just 5 hours a day. And in a week, a working week, we have 5 days. So let's assume in a month, we have worked for 20 days. So 5 hours a day at $10 for 20 days. How much is that going to be? Let me see who is going to answer.
1,000.
1,000. Exactly. So $1,000. I remember when I used to apply for jobs, I think 2-3 years ago. I was very hot applying on Indeed, and I actually got a job Indeed. And there were many offers for $10 per hour, $15 per hour, $25 per hour. So imagine if I took up those roles and I worked for just 5 hours in a day, and I worked for 20 days in a month. How much was I going to be making? And some of those jobs, you don't even have the option of choosing 5 hours. Some jobs, they require you to work for 8 hours. So imagine working for 8 hours and each hour is $20. It means that in one day, hey, you have gotten $160. Abi, share my math is mathing. And then if you do times 10 days, that's how much? Then you do times 20 days. How much is that going to be? So that's the power of cumulative income, that you do not have to, the salary doesn't have to state that you're going to earn $500 or you're going to earn $1,000, because many people have missed opportunities waiting for the big amount and forgetting to calculate the cumulative income. So how much am I going to make per hour? What is going to happen to me if I add all of the money together? So that is how cumulative income works, where we calculate per hour and then you translate it to our local value and currency here in Nigeria. But then how does the global remote market work? This is very important because, you know, it's one thing I think one thing that we're very good at in Nigeria, or Africans generally, is we wish a lot. We dream a lot. We desire a lot. So you dream of the day when you're going to finally earn $1,000. Hey, imagine when it enters into your account. What are you going to do for the first time? What are you going to first of all go and buy ice cream and calm down? You know, I've had this conversation with many people, and they're like, I'll just go and buy food and eat first and think, what am I going to do? But then you need to know that money follows value. So it means that for you to get a certain amount of money, there must be something that you're offering to get that amount back to you. So how does global remote market work? Foreign clients buy outcomes. They don't hire you because you have a great CV only. They don't hire you because you really want to work in their company. They don't hire you because you are a person of integrity. They don't hire you because you have the best workstation or setup. Foreign clients buy outcomes. So they want their time to be saved. They want problems to be solved. They want systems to be managed and relationships that can be handled. So they value reliability, they value clarity, and they value results. Those are the things that foreign clients are looking for. So if you can get the job done, they have no issue paying you that money. I hope we understand what I'm trying to say, right? So the clients do not necessarily care where you live or your parental status. Are you a mother? Are you a father? Are you a this? Are you a that? No, they don't really care about that. They want results. They just want outcomes. So what you should now be doing is that you should be asking, what problems am I naturally good at solving? That's how you now translate market need to market supply. So demand and supply. What does the market look for? What do they want? And what can I do naturally? What are things that I can do naturally? And I'm going to get into that, so I don't want to go ahead of myself. And the thing is that many Nigerians fail due to poor market translation. It's not that we don't have the skill, but we have not learned to translate our skill into a profitable paycheck or a profitable income. So you love to edit, but then you studied, let's say, business administration like me. And so you're thinking, oh, the work that I should be doing is in human resource. The work that I should be doing is in admin, it's in operations. What if you translate your natural proclivities, which is love for editing, into something that can profit you, can give you a consistent paycheck? So the market, like I said, values reliability. See, just know that the global market favors or values results over certificates. Hey God, a lot of first class graduates don't have jobs. It's not about the certificate, it's market translation. How can I supply what the market is demanding? That's a very important question to ask yourself and to give an answer to. So you are launching into the global remote market. You need proof. You need proof. You don't need foreign clients to prove your professional competence. You know, I don't know if anybody came across this, but on Twitter, there was a time when something was trending where they were saying fresh graduates are trying to apply for jobs, and the jobs are saying we need 5 years experience. And almost every company is saying we need experience, we need experience. How are you supposed to gain experience when you are still in school? And I think that was such a good opportunity when schools now start to bring working in school. I remember when I was in the university, I started to work in school from my 200 level. I worked in 200 level 2 semesters. I worked in 300 level 2 semesters. I didn't work my 100 level and final year because finally I just wanted to focus and finish, do my defense project and all of that. And so there were just a few requirements. You just have to be, the list is on a 2-1. You have to be on a 2-1, a second class upper. So either first class or second class upper, and then you're eligible to work. And is crazy. But so let me give context to this. I was in 200 level in, I think, 2012. So An hour was 250 naira. That's how much we were paid. It wasn't serious, something too serious, right? So there were different openings. You apply for where you want to work. There was research. There was working with students, disciplinary committee, working in admin, just a lot of things, right? So you earn 250 naira per hour, and you're only permitted to work 10 hours a week. So it means that in a week, you have, if you work for your complete 10 hours, you have 2,500. And you work for 10 weeks. A semester is about 13 weeks, 13, 14 weeks. So let's take out 2 weeks for exam, and then you take out the first week for resumption. So you have approximately like 10 weeks, 10, 11 weeks to work. So that was it. So every semester I was leaving, and anyway, every semester I was leaving school with about 25,000 naira. I felt good. It did something to me. I started to learn how to work with people in the corporate world. So I worked in different departments. I worked with staff as a student in school. So I did that. I rotated 4 different departments in the 2 years that I did that. So it's called work study. So in situations like that, where companies are looking for some form of experience or proof, that's something that you can now present. So you have it in your CV. I worked here and I worked here. And you have references from these people that you worked with. So an example of this is you can document your real life. Show us how you manage your business. You handle inquiries, or you track your inventory. You have a small business. What have you done with your small business? That's experience. That's proof. What have you done with your day-to-day life? That's experience. That's proof. Execute tasks for yourself, for your family. I really think that a lot of people, especially in Nigeria, we like to place, and I understand the balance. A lot of us like to have money, a lot of um have money for any work that is done. But that's why I like the law system of pro bono. Sometimes if you do things often enough for free, what you are doing is you are not getting the money immediately, but you are building experience over time. So your friend you love social media and you think you can be a good fit for social media management. Your friend has a small business that she has launched online, he has launched online, and they need help with it. How about saying, you know what, let me be your social media manager for free? I have somebody that did that for me, I think in the year 2023. She just met me and said, "Oh, ma, I think I want to manage this your page and all of that." She grew that Instagram account. I kid you not. We were on 300 followers when she started. In about 8 months, we were over 1,000 followers with solid engagement. And she said she learned how to do it and she just wanted to do it. So because, you know, oh, I like you, I want to help you. And that's how she did it. And she built portfolio by doing that thing for me for free. So when she wanted to go for a bigger job, I was a reference. So those are things that you can do. You show results, focus on the outcome, right? So not just the title or how much you made. What did you do? What were the results after this amount of time? So these things are very important when we talk about building your portfolio or gaining experience. These things are important. Doing things for free, at least to an extent. And I know, yes, some people will abuse it, and that's why people want to be paid for things like this. But remember your why, remember your goal. You are doing it to gain experience. But then you want to enter into the global remote market. One thing that you need to do is to build a global identity. You must build a global identity. You must build a global identity. As in, building a global identity is so important. I just want to make sure. Can everybody still hear me? Can everybody still hear me? Okay. All right. Thank you very much. I just wanted to make sure that I was not talking alone. So one thing that you need to do is to build a global identity. So you want to work globally, but you have a local mindset or a local identity. It means that you're not going to appeal to the global audience and you're not going to appeal to the global market. So I want us to see a few practical things. Okay. So let's I think last year Ivory Learn hosted a training where we spoke about your bio optimization. And I think it was Luro who took it, and she said something profound that your bio is like your storefront. It is the first contact people will make with you that do not know you personally. So, what judgments, what opinions, what judgments will people form about you when they come to your page, when they hear you speak? So, are you going to tag yourself as a stay at home mom looking for work? Or you're going to tag yourself with what you know, the solution you can provide by saying, I'm an operations focused support professional? So, when you say something like that, people say, okay, this person, they have an idea of what they want to do. In Nigeria, this is a norm. Packaging is very important. At least we know that. So instead of saying, oh, I need a job to help my family, no, I solve administrative bottlenecks. I create a seamless flow in the operations of any organization. Now, what you are doing is you're projecting solutions over your own personal desire, because nobody really cares about what you want to get your salary to do. People want you to provide solutions. People want outcomes. I said that global clients want outcomes. You may have somebody that is in a very terrible health condition in your house, and you know that you need the job for that. You're not going to go about saying that, oh, please help me. I want to take care of this person that is dying. People want outcomes. What can you do? Are you going to say, oh, I'm willing to learn anything. I'm open to learning? No. You say, I specialize in customer success flows. So now people are thinking, okay, this person can provide the solution that we actually need in our company. I create AI videos that's I whatever. But make sure that your global identity fits the kind of role that you want to have and the kind of competence that you already possess. You're not just going to say, oh, I want to finally change my wardrobe, so I need this job. It doesn't matter how you funnelize it. People are not going to hire you, because every company will release money in your direction if you release value in their direction. So value calls money, and money flows in the direction of value. So what are simple things that you can do, non-negotiable infrastructure that you can set in your house, in the comfort of your home? Remember that when we speak about the remote market, we are saying that you work from the comfort of your home. Number one, as I know that in Nigeria we have an issue with this, but you need some form of power stability. So if you're going to look for jobs where you need to be seen, it means that you need to have, even if it's inverter bulbs, you need to have a good background, a plain wall that you can sit down and it is clean. That's very okay to start with. You need phone power banks. That is so important, because in Nigeria we have a lot of issues with electricity. And these clients are not going to be listening to your excuses when you say, I didn't have light for 10 days. I didn't have light for 2 weeks. They want the job done. How will you get the job done? How would you communicate with your client if your phone is dead? There are times when, because of my own work, I've not had light. I leave my house and I go to a workstation to charge all my devices. Sometimes I go to an eatery near my house, even if I order a bottle of drink and a snack. At least I'm there, I'm working, I'm charging all of my gadgets. So those things are very important. There are even laptop power banks now. You can get that if you know that your job requires you to be online consistently. For example, your customer support rep, you would need to have power on your system. You also need internet. You need internet. That's very important. If possible, have two different providers or at least supplies. In my house, like now, I have data on my phone, but I also have my Wi-Fi in the house, because sometimes the house, your own personal phone data may be misbehaving or be slow, but you have Wi-Fi that is usually 10 times faster. Or if you're having issues with MTN, you switch to Airtel, even though I don't know, maybe in your location, another service provider may be better, but I've not seen any network that is better than MTN. Glow, wonderful. Airtel, wonderful. So MTN is like the surest, right? You need to have a managed environment, have a quiet space as much as possible. So my youngest son turned 1 last year, and I just figured, you know what? Sometimes last year I would have to be doing meetings and be calling his name. I have to mute myself. I'm attending to him, and I'm attending to my meetings in the office. I just told myself this January he's going to start school. He started school, and now everything is clear and easy for me. Yeah, in school, I'm able to have some time, and then I have my meetings at the office. I'm more focused, I'm more productive because I have a more managed environment. So that's very important. Then professional tools. For example, you are an AI person. Ah, you will be paying for some professional tools. You do video editing, you're going to pay for some professional tools. You do picture editing, you're a designer, a graphics, you're going to pay for some professional tools. Start from, even if it's one, the basic one. And sometimes, even if you do not have a job yet, use that opportunity to hone your skills and to perfect your skills. You never know the day somebody is going to ask you for your portfolio. Somebody is going to, I wanted to hire somebody at the office, an AI, somebody that does AI video content. And so I posted it on my status, and somebody reached out to me, and I asked, I said, okay, I would like to see your portfolio. And she sent her portfolio. And were they good? They were good, but they were not what the company wanted. And so I told her, I said, this is not good enough. And she started to say, oh, um, I can do much more. I can do better things, or just that I've not updated my portfolio. And I'm just thinking, do you understand what I mean? So you cannot convince me you can do better if I cannot see it in track record. I'll tell you a story simply. In 2022, I believe that was early 2022, I was job hunting. And so I had an interview with the person who ended up being my boss at the time. And he was in Dallas, Texas. And so we had time difference, but we scheduled a meeting for early hours of the morning. So we had that meeting. And during the meeting, he asked, because it was a writing job at the time, because I used to write at some point. So he asked me something that you right. So I had just there writing, and I had just published my first thing online. And he asked me for, something that has been published, not just I write. Okay, have you published anything with an organization? And guess what? At the time when I had that writing that was published, I only volunteered. I was not paid for it. I volunteered. The writing was good, and it was published on their website, because they will pick different writings that are good and publish it. And I was so blessed that I was able to direct him there. And thank God it was a good writing. I gave it my best. And then he was like, okay, I love the way you write. This alone is convincing for me. And that's how I got the job. So you can see that a lot of things that I've said are very important when I speak about doing things for free. You don't need to always be paid at the very beginning, but build your portfolio and your experience. Then you perfect your skill. So at the time, the moment I got the job, before I even got my first salary, I paid for Grammarly because I was just using the free version. But I knew that, okay, to write for this professional, because it was a finance website and it was a foreign client. So there's some expectation. I needed to write properly. So you need to pay for some tools if you can, right? So how do you land your high income role? And I want to use the surfer strategy. How many of us have seen people who surf on the sea? Those people that glide on those, how do I explain it now? If you know what I'm talking about, just give me a thumbs up. Let me see. You know those surfers that they glide on the water, the waves. Thank you, that are wearing very tight clothes. Yes, those people. Those are the people I'm speaking about. So there's something called the surfer strategy. And this is what happens, right? A surfer does not create the wave. They do not fight it and they do not create it. They don't also paddle against it. They study the wave. They wait for the right moment and then they ride the power that already exists. And that is the beauty of flowing in the natural direction of your gifts and talents. It is so, a lot of people think that what we read in school, wait, it's not just me. Haven't you seen people who did bio, forgive me if this is what you studied in school, biochem, that are now makeup artists, or chemical engineers that are painters, or what again? I know somebody who studied medicine. She just graduated and she's never using it. She only got the certificate for her dad. Her passion is somewhere else. And she has told her dad that is fine with it. So, my brethren, your certificate may be working against you because you think you want to stick to what you studied in school. Meanwhile, you have a natural tendency to do something else. Other things come easy to you. So what you have to do is, number one, you have to study the wave. Analyze the market demand instead of guessing what people want. What is the thing people are demanding for the most right now? I'll give you one. For example, AI prompt engineering. Do you know that there's somebody on Facebook that gets paid 150,000 naira for, hey, my God. Anyway, sorry, the amount is just blowing my brain. She gets paid 150,000 naira when she creates one AI picture for you. So you know how now people don't want to stress to get a dress, do makeup, get their hair laid, kinikon. Yes, she gets paid 150,000 naira to do AI picture. Hey, AI prompt engineering. Now we're seeing YouTube channels cash out on AI videos. The AI people are not even saying the thing that the video is saying. For sure, there's video. And YouTube is rewarding them. There are people who don't have a business having a channel, but they love to create, they love to edit. Just go in that direction. Cryptocurrency is also making some wave. So there are some people that I even know that their business, their work is on X. They've studied the market. They've seen where the demand is. They're not guessing what people want. They have seen what people want and they're doing it. Do you know that, for example, when people talk about TikTok search insights, or what do they call it? You know what is happening? You're just feeding off people's searches. What do people want to see? And then people are creating videos in that direction and they are trending. When they trend, they get more followers. It builds credibility. Brands are now contacting them. Studying the wave is a powerful perspective to have if you want to land jobs in the global remote markets. And then the next thing that you need to do is to wait for the moment. So you position yourself and your identity before launching into the market. So like I said, you don't go about putting on your bio or telling people that, I'm a person full of integrity. I just want to have a job. No. What solution do you provide? You put that in front, because clients pay for outcomes. And then number 3 is you need to ride the power. You need to flow with your natural gifts for effortless, high impact results. What can you do? How can that bring money for you? So you need to identify your career category. So remote careers usually fall into 3 main categories based on your natural strengths. So there are a lot more, but I have 3 for now because it's the bigger body, but then you now have smaller things under these things. So number 1, we have the communicators. And the communicators are those that are good at talking, those that are good at writing and relating with people. So you can go into a space where you don't know people and you can speak with them. You are a communicator. You know how to write and people can, relate to it. They resonate with your writing. You are a communicator. So the roles that are good for you are customer success, community management, anything that has you be in the face of people, talking to people, then that's good for you. Content creation, that's good for you. Having a YouTube channel, that's a good place for you. If you're a communicator, you speak a lot, you know how to speak, you want to teach, you're always over explaining, this is your area. And then we have the organizers. We have those people that love to put things in order. So you are a planner. I fall here. I feel like this is one of the reasons why I studied business administration. I love order. From when I was in the, not even university, secondary school, I was among those people who would do to-do list every night against the next day and the next week. So you're an organizer. You like to plan. You like to schedule. You just like things being in order. So things that will work for you are virtual assistants, project coordination, project management, operations management. So anything that puts a person's life in order, that's what you are going to be good at if you are a natural organizer. Then we have the creators, the people who are making a lot of money in this day and age. So if your eye picks beauty easily, you're a creator. If you see, for example, if you appreciate art too, you are a creator. So creative design, editing, you love to edit. Personally, let me tell you, I'd rather make a video. I don't have a problem making, no, let me not say it in case my social media manager is here. For sure, now tell me, Ma, you need to make 1,000 videos. I used to try to do videos. I don't have a problem talking, but you see, editing, it tires me. I don't like editing. But you know the funny thing, when I now sit down to edit, look what I did. So I don't even know, where do I fall? Please, in case you know, please type it in the comment section, right? So these are people who it will be easy for them to do AI content editing, to do content creation, Canva design, formatting. You just love to create beauty out of nothing. So you can see a story, AI prompt engineering. Yes, semi-creator. So AI prompt engineering, so that you can create something beautiful out of nothing. So usually you would always fall under maybe a communicator, a creator, an organizer, or even a mix of both. So this is what I want you to do. I have about 30 something people on this call. If I can get 15 people to tell me where they think they fall, their career category. Are you a communicator? Are you a creator? Are you an organizer? Or are you a mix of communicator, organizer, communicator, creator, creator, organizer, organizer, creator? Whatever you think, please drop it in the comment section. I want to see. I'm not moving forward though. Let's see. What do you think? Let it not be that my speaking is in vain. Organizer, amazing. So virtual assistant, project coordinator, operations management, organizer, beautiful. All right. So mix of organizer and creator. Yes, 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 yes. So who else? Who else is going to tell us? An organizer and communicator. Beautiful. There are people who are buying stories, or a mix of organizer and communicator. Perfect. Who else is going to tell us what they think about themselves? When you analyze yourself, are you a communicator, okay, organizer, or are you a creator? What is your natural proclivity, your natural tendency? A blend of the three, mostly communicator. Amazing. So as simple as posting videos on Facebook, communicator and organizer. You know, let me tell you something. A problem with those of us who don't have a problem with communication is, I don't know, maybe not you, but I used to have a problem with aesthetics. Personally, I don't really appreciate when videos are not so good aesthetically. So I used to feel like people would judge me if my aesthetic is not good. But then I realized that one thing that is very powerful about content is the content of the content. If you are making sense, people watch you. So you can start with simple things. Plan to say something for 20 seconds. Yes, creator. Plan to say something for 20 seconds, but start to put yourself out there. And let me give you a simple hack. If you fall under communicator, do something. There's something that I thought about doing, and I'm still going to do it. Develop a 30-day calendar to post consistently on your WhatsApp status. Start from there. Creator. So start from there. Post on your WhatsApp status for 30 days consecutively. You can post old pictures of you. You can post a simple video that you recorded. You can record something. What about those that love fixing people's problems? You are an organizer. You love order. You love things to be in place. So you're an organizer. Those, it comes easy to you. It means that you like to make people's lives easy. You like to fix problems. So operations, for example, you work in a brand and you're an operations manager. So you are making sure that everything is going smoothly. You are fixing problems. You are developing systems, creating structure. So you fall more under an organizer. Okay. So what roles are very friendly for women and for mom? And I'm saying this particularly for women and mom because most times men don't usually have a problem with remote jobs because they are very free. But for a mom, she would think, oh, my children. A woman, she would think of, oh, this one, that one. Men don't usually have a problem with this, but a simple thing you can look into is virtual assistants. Do you know that there's a lot of money in virtual assistants? There are people who are paid very, very, very good. I know somebody personally, a lady who is a virtual assistant, and she earns over $500 monthly. So you're good at organizing and communicating. Thank you. She earns over $500 every month, and she's a virtual assistant. You can also do AI content editors or editing, and you can be a AI content editor. And it's a very high demand skill for 2026. You know, now everything is like AI. So, okay, sorry, I didn't see this question. Yeah, good. Up to 650 per month. In fact, the person I'm talking about earns 700. The person I'm talking about earns 700 a month by doing virtual assistant. So AI content editors, you know, I was speaking with my boss at the office, and he told me that one of the companies that he works with, they were looking for like an AI content editor. They got somebody to edit. I kid you not. I just had this conversation with him on Wednesday at you know, and he said that the person came on board and was to edit a 4-minute video. I want you to guess how much the person said he should be paid. The person said that they should pay him 1.2 million naira to edit a 4-minute video. To edit, like to, oh my goodness gracious, like to do a video for 4 minutes. Yes. Hey, when he told me, I shouted. And then he told me that at the end of the day, the people begged and begged. Guess how much they still ended up paying him? 700,000 naira. To edit 4 minutes video. See, let me tell you something. People are making money silently. Some people don't even say how much they earn anymore because obviously family and friends will start to put eye on them. But there are many people that are making this money. So imagine this person making 700,000 to edit 4 minutes video. If he gets 10 of those jobs in a month, he has made how much? 700 times 10. Do the math. I'll leave you to it. And imagine if he gets to work with a brand that doesn't even negotiate and they get to that amount. Imagine they stop at 1 million naira. Hey, God, people are making money. Sometimes when I have some conversations with some people, I'm just thinking like, oh God, oh, I'm not a pencil, oh, neither am I a candle. So there's also community management. You like to talk to people, social media management, engaging you. If you like being online, do social media management. So you can see, see. Let's move on. Let me not overflog it. Okay, so where can we find remote jobs? God, where can we find remote jobs? Number one, family and friends. My first remote job ever was through a friend. Then I got other opportunities that I was doing here and there. The job that I now have is started from a recommendation from a friend. Person just recommended me and I got into the organization and we have been here till now. Family and friends. See, let me tell you something. Don't joke with your family and friends. Don't just be gisting with them and be laughing with them and be talking about things that don't matter. Tell them the solution you provide. You know what will happen? The day they see an opportunity, they will think of you. They will remember that, but my friend does this thing. My sister does this thing. My brother does this thing. And then they will recommend you. At least even if it's that they will send you the link. So speak to your family and friends. Let them know what you are looking for. Let them know what you do. Let them know the things that you are willing to do. And then we have other platforms. We work remotely is a great platform. Flex Jobs, great platform. However, note that these two, you pay to get the full package, but it's very worth it because people get very legit jobs there. You also have LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn Jobs see, people are making money from LinkedIn, and it can be a little bit technical, but it is doable. So there's also, let me not go ahead of myself, but then there's social media platforms. Yes, there's social media platform that I was going to speak about it under Ivory Lane. We have Jobbox under Ivory Lane. See, there's Sprout, there's Well Found, there's Indeed, there's Fiverr. One of my friends, in the year 2017, 2018, 2019, she was making hundreds of thousands of naira just by sitting in her house and typing on her laptop and was making money from Fiverr. I also got a number. Let me tell you something. There was a time when I was so eager to get a job. I applied, I checked my statistics. I had applied to about 120 something jobs in 2 weeks. So in case you are shouting, I want job, I've not gotten, and you are not as hardworking as that, I'm not sure you are ready. Please, everybody, click this link, Jobbox, and you'll find job opportunities there. And that's why I haven't put it, our community, under Ivory Lane. But I'll get into it. I'll get into it more. Now, how does Ivory Lane come in? Ivory Lane particularly is about empowering women to build careers and to grow their businesses by upskilling and being a part of the community and having access to our other platforms like Jobbox. So yes, I was going to speak about Jobbox, right? So this is how Ivory Lane comes in. And I'll tell you 3 primary things that Ivory Lane would do for you. The first thing is our career path quiz. Remember I said something about the surfers. You move with the wave. You do not create it, neither do you fight it. You wait for it to come up and then you glide with it. So with our career path quiz, it is free of charge. You're not paying a dime. You're going to take our free career path test to see where your natural gifts and talents fall. Where do they lead you to? And this quiz was particularly curated so that it fits the present high demand roles in 2026. So if you go to our website right now, Luro, please help me drop our website link. If you go to ivorylearn.com, simple ivorylearn.com, you'll see where you should take the career test or quiz. If you go right down to on the website, you'd see it. It is free of charge. Just take the test and you see where your natural tendencies pull you to. You can take it as many times as possible so that you see what is easy for you to do, right? Another thing that we offer at Ivorylearn is CV improvement. So you choose from our elegant templates and then you export your professional resume in one click. A lot of people fail to land, especially foreign jobs, because you do not appeal to the foreign market, not because you lack the skills, but you lack presentation of the skill. So when you check our website, it is also free of charge. You just go and you check. Do you know that there are different ways that different roles structure their CV? So a chef will structure his or her CV in a different way from somebody who is into human resource, from somebody who is in tech. So you see how to curate your CV. And then another thing that we do is we have our bundles and our courses. Remember that Ivorylearn is particularly focused on empowering people by upskilling. Now, let me say something. It is one thing for you to package yourself. It is one thing for you to have a global identity where you speak about the outcomes that you give. However, I want to also just say this, that just being a part of the management team of this brand and our organization, we've had to fire a number of people. Why? Because you say you can do this, but when we bring you on board, you lack the competence. Competence is a very, it is very important. Just know that it is very, very important. So we ask you to do a presentation on what you say you can do, and you cannot deliver because you do not know your onions. You do not have an idea of what the job requires. So this is where our bundles and courses come in. We have bundles and courses from as low as 5,000 naira. Now with 5,000 naira, you can put on your CV and be sure that you can offer professional services to these clients that are looking for these things. So we have bundles that you even have clarity sessions with us where we can speak to you and say, okay, this is what you need to do. This is the path that you need to take. We have courses from as low as 25,000 naira where you become certified in, for example, social media management. Do you know that many organizations are charging hundreds of thousands for you to be a certified virtual assistant, but we're doing it for just 25,000 naira. And this offer is valid from tomorrow because tomorrow is Women's Day. So this offer is valid and open from tomorrow till next Sunday. So you need to upskill beyond packaging, beyond saying you can offer this solution. Make sure when you get into the organization, your competence keeps you in the organization. The charisma and packaging can open the door for you, but competence is what will keep you in the organization and even get you promoted. But you must know your onions. You must know the deliverables. You must know the job description. You must know what is expected from you. And this is how we'll teach you so that you become one of the most important people and most knowledgeable people in your field, where behind or after even taking the course, you can now start to mentor other people who are in this same niche. So this is how Ivoryland comes in. So the website link has been dropped in the comment section. And what I want you to do is, number one, just go and take our free career path quiz so that you just know again. I know that I already explained it, but I want you to see where you actually fit and what you think you can do. You see what is required of people like that or roles like that. Do some personal research, do some more digging, and see if it's something that you can commit to. And then take the course. You see, one thing I've realized is that a lot of us spend when you look at your bank statement, you'll be shocked at the amount of money you had come in and the things that you used money to do. But if you plan, you save, and you invest, remember that the investment is not just for now or for yourself, it is for your family, it is for your future. In this economy of Nigeria, you need hard currency to survive. You need hard currency to survive, as in to survive well. Whether you're single or you're married, you need very good income. So imagine 100,000 naira and $100. Which one is more? Let me see if somebody is going to tell me which one is more, 100,000 naira or $100. Simple. The little extra makes a difference. And for some of you, you may say, okay, I'm not even interested. I already have. You can invest for another person. You can make the investment for somebody, right? So while I was preparing this slide, my son came in and he said, Mommy, is it possible for you to build a house with money? And I said, absolutely. That's the plan. So I'm giving, yes, $100 Paul. So I'm giving you a vision and I'm giving you something to think about. Okay, so let me say this. I had a conversation with one of my friends, and we're just talking about how now we're advancing in age, we have our families, and it was at this age our parents started to, actively keep an inheritance for us. What are we doing right now to keep an inheritance for our children? Because if it is by naira that you want to build wealth, it would take either a long time, a lot of work, or the supernatural hand of God. So it means that you need to look beyond geographical boundaries and position yourself to get income from places that will benefit you more. A lot of people are traveling out of the country. Yes, some people are just doing it because that's the wave. But a lot of people are thinking about future. Is it sustainable to build wealth in Nigeria? No. Let me tell you something. As simple as saving in dollars, it will save you. I do it. I do my best. Even if it's $5 I'm able to do, I make sure I save in dollars. But I'm just telling you the importance of the global market and the global remote market. So you need to position yourself. And honestly speaking, I think as a brand, we have done a great job in building the website of Ivoryland and in putting everything there. Remember job box, remember the career quiz, remember the bundles, remember the CV. So please, I want it to be that we're able to build wealth beyond the naira income and start to have something that will sustain us for a lifetime. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to just click on the link and go to our Ivoryland website and see what you can benefit from there. Take the career quiz first. and then you can move on. Surf the website, see everything that you can get. And remember that the crash courses are 50,000 as of today, but from tomorrow they're going to drop to 25,000. You can make the investment in yourself, get certified in one of these courses, and then you'll be a part of our active community where job updates are dropped every time. And then you see what fits you, and you can be a part of it. You plug into it and you start to earn. Remember the rule: you may not land $500 immediately, but a job that will pay you $5, $10 every hour will start your journey to building wealth in dollars. But I hope that you're going to take my advice and you're going to do everything that I said, right? So I hope to see you on the other side of being a millionaire and a billionaire in dollars. But I want to sincerely thank you for taking time to invest in yourself and in your future and in your life, and for the sake of your family. Thank you so much. Our website is beautiful, right? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So please make sure that you do something from there, and then we'll see you building wealth. So now we're going to take questions. If you have questions, please let me see your hands. Let me take the question from Mr. Alex. So yes, sir, you can unmute your mic and speak.
All right. Good evening, Ma, and good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, well done. Thank you. What a powerful and a profound presentation. I must say that I've learned a lot. All right. So and I'm going to be taking steps by the grace of God like that. So I want to ask, like, any in dollars, talking about receiving pay and all of that, setting up an account that allows you to be able to, receive pay, in dollars. I don't know if it's something that is part of your courses or is something that you can actually share with us now, so that it is something that we can also start working towards as we, prepare to take one of your courses like that. So that's just my question. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Somehow I was. Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Adeosun Abiola. I hope I did not do a bad job in pronouncing the name. So yes, we have some platforms. We have Payoneer. I've heard about it. I've tried PayPal. PayPal does not work in Nigeria. Just zero it. However, there's one that I actively use right now, and it's called Gray. The name is Gray. You can have the app on your phone. And when you have that app on your phone right now with Gray, I have a UK account and I have a US account. I also have a Nigerian account. So you can have the option of having a Nigerian account as well. So I use Gray. Personally, I use Gray. So with Gray, I have a dollar account. With Gray, I have a British pound account. With Gray, I have a euro account. And with Gray, I have a Nigerian account. So personally, I think I would suggest Gray. And it's quite simple, it's quite seamless. Amaka or anybody, does anybody have any other suggestion? So it's just Gray, Grey, gray, like gray color. So if you find that app, you can set up your account and you can receive and send money with that platform. Okay, so there's another one that Oka has sent. Okay, good. Clever, Rainest, GPay. Yes, GPay. Yes. I've heard of this one too. So yes, these are some platforms that you can use and you can get paid. But I know that PayPal doesn't work in Nigeria because I think you have to have a business account. It doesn't agree because you need a social security number. I tried using it to receive payments, but I couldn't. So Gray. Okay, so the GigPay is the okay. So perfect. So these are the platforms that you can use in receiving money. So I believe that I've answered that, sir. Thank you so much for asking. I believe it has helped every other person. Okay, so we have somebody's hand raised against Mr. Stephen Ezekiel. So you can unmute your mic and ask your question, sir. Yes, Mr. Steven, you can unmute. Good, thank you. So you
Sorry,
can
ma'am.
ask your question, sir.
It's a mistake, but thank you. Actually, I've impacted a lot from all your teachings. It's a mistake.
Okay,
Press the one. Sorry.
okay, no problem at all. Thank you so much, sir. So does anybody have any question? Any question? Okay, so this means that I tried in making sure everybody understands this. So if you have any more questions, I believe that a number of us have been added to the community. You can ask our community manager or just ask the question on the group and you'll get your answers, right? If there's any way we can help you, we'll help you. So we've come to the end of the training tonight. I think we've tried our best to not overstay our time. So I would let Amaka, my in fact, our able COO in Ivory Learn, to just close us for today. Thank you, Amaka. Thank you, everybody.
All right, thank you so much, Faith. So, guys, I believe we learned a lot, and to an extent, I'm not even saying to an extent, at this point, your line of action should be very strict. You know what you're going for, and you know how to achieve that. And for just in case you might want to watch this video, it will be uploaded on our YouTube channel, so you can always go back and rewatch it and pick out the information you need. I think most of what has been Faith has said a lot, and she has said most of what you would need, and I hope this will serve as guidance. Now, we'll have other events that will happen in the future. You get to see our meals. If you have not followed us on social media, please do well to follow our social media pages. That way, you get more information as we have different trainings and different programs come up. The one thing I would say is before you leave this call, if you have not yet clicked on the Ivory Learn quiz page, I would ask you to go back and click on that particular page. You would need it for a lot of people that are not sure about the skills they want to learn. You would need it. Just take it and then know that, okay, this is my pathway. If you have been confused about picking up a tech skill. Now, I would not say so much, but I would ask you to go back, digest this information, and use it in your favor so that at the end of the year, you can look back to this particular training and say, okay, this was one of the things that guided me in my decision of making $500 a month. And probably this is one of the things that will change your trajectory this year. If you can earn in dollars, for those of us in Nigeria, you know what I mean. So that being said, have a lovely evening. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much, Ms. Space, for this session. I have learned enough, and maybe I might just move my target up. Earning $2,000 in a month is not bad. That's roughly almost 3 million in Nigerian money. That's cool money. So, guys,
Not bad, though. Very good money.
exactly, very good money. So you can do what instead of watching TikTok and Instagram. So that being said, guys, have a lovely evening. If you're not yet on our community, please do drop the community link. We'll see you there. Enjoy your weekend, guys. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Good night.